And today, we're going to be going all over the entire city, asking these multimillionaires how they became wealthy and how you can start your path to becoming financially free. And with that being said, let's get the video on the way. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
Real estate. I've been involved in buying and selling of over 20 billion worth of assets. So I've bought personally probably 12 billion worth of apartments that I've turned around and sold 18, 19 billion.
What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Over 100 million a year.
Over $100 million.
Yeah.
And that's for the business, or?
Well, I own the business. And so, yeah, those are S-Corp returns that hit my personal balance sheet.
How old are you now?
44.
How old were you when you became a millionaire?
Right, 25.
Have you ever been broke before?
Hell yes. And I wake up every morning and I feel broke. But yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started, I would go to the ATM on a Friday and yank out all my money because I know after, 5 o'clock on Friday, it would be in the red. So I literally was like, it felt like stealing money to survive through the weekends. Right. I would have 10, single family construction deals, the saying, robbing from Peter to pay Paul. That's all I did. I mean, I would pay myself a development fee and live off that and then borrow another development fee. And so, hell yeah, I think if you've never felt broke before, you don't have a healthy enough fear. It's like a guy that thinks he's a tough guy that's never had his ass kicked. Yeah.
You hear the saying, the rich get richer, the poor get poor. For somebody who may be stuck in that cycle of poverty, what is an actionable step that they can take to break out of that?
One, you got to do it. You got to have the balls to do it. Now is a perfect time. There's a huge reset in wealth right now. Commercial real estate is down at least 30, 40%. The stock market in general has been down 30, 40%. High tech, with huge multiple valuations are down more than 30, 40%. So every financial asset, because of interest rates, is down 30, 40%. So that's a pretty nice starting place when people are down 30, 40%. All right. Now they're dealing with their own problems and people are looking for solutions. Capital is not needed right now. Solutions are. Go work with lenders. Go to foreclose single family homes that nobody wants to screw with and take them on the property management and say, hey, if I fix it up, give me 10% of the profits. There's a bunch of different ways to get in the game, or befriend a very wealthy person and be his number two and have him throw you in deals. That's the shortcut.
Beautiful interview, man. That was phenomenal, man. Appreciate you, bro. My guy Patrick made over $100 million in a single year, not the business, but himself personally, because he built one of the largest real estate companies in all of Miami. He's raised and sold billions and billions of dollars, and that's why he's been able to do $20 billion worth of real estate transaction over his career. An absolutely phenomenal interview. Let's go get this next one. All right, you guys, my guy just pulled up in the Cullen and out in Miami, Florida. We got to go to it and see what this guy did to be able to own a Rolls out here in Miami. Let's see what he has to say. Excuse me, bro. Quick question for you, man. Is this your Rolls Royce?
Yes, sir.
And what do you do for a living? How are you able to afford a Rolls out in Miami, Florida?
I'm in e-commerce.
You're in e-commerce. How long have you been in the business for?
Since 2018.
Over that period of time, what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
In a single year, $9.7 million.
$9.7 million. And how did you take your business from 6 to 7 figures?
Oh, man, I had to implement those systems, because I went broke 3 times behind starting the business and everything. And every time I went broke, it was because I lacked something.
Yeah.
Branding, marketing, systems. So branding took me to 6 figures, marketing took me to 7 figures, systems took me to 8 figures.
And we go all over the country asking business owners their advice to young entrepreneurs. Could we ask you a few questions outside of the car?
Let's do it.
Awesome. Let's run it. What is the most common misconception that people have about wealth in today's world?
Man, listen, pay attention, guys. It's 1,700 millionaires created every single day. Any one of us can be one on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Fun fact, I became one of those millionaires on a Tuesday, a random Tuesday. Wasn't special, wasn't a holiday, it was a random Tuesday. So if I know I can do it, you can do it as well, because nothing about me fit the millionaire description, right? I was just a lazy guy working a job that was only paying me $8 an hour until I said I have to do something, I have to change my life. So I don't want nobody to think that this is just something that's made for only a few people in the world. Yes, it's the top 1%, but remember, 99% of people either don't know or not trying to actually become an active millionaire. So remember, 1,700 and you can be one any day of the week. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody came to save me. When I passed out from walking to my 9 to 5, I used to walk 2 miles to work every single day, because every car I bought was a buy here, pay here car. The cars that was $300, $400, $500 break down on me quick, right? To the point where I'm walking to work. When I was on that pavement, passed out, and I got up, my face red and everything, nobody was around. People were just passing by in their cars. If they didn't care if I lived or died, it let me know right there about what world we live in. I realized, it's all on me. And every decision is all on you. We have the resources. You just lack resourcefulness. Get a 9 to 5, use that money to actually put into the business, get those products, and make it happen. And one of those 1,700 millionaires, one day is going to be your day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hopefully Saturday, right?
That's crazy, yo. My guy just laid out the blueprint for everybody trying to start making that money going into 2024. 1,700 millionaires are created every single day. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. There's so much money and opportunity out there for you guys. Just take action. You can make this shit happen. Shout out to him. Let's go get this next one. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I pursued a career in a couple industries. My big business was addiction and mental health treatment, but also real estate and a few other investments.
What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
I cracked over $100 million in 1 year. 2021. Hell yeah.
What's the most common mistake that people make with their money that keeps them broke in today's world?
The most common mistake they make with their money is that they have a poor mindset. They make the money, they make earned income, even if it's a lot of earned income, and they spend it on their lifestyle. They need to stop, make the money, invest that into cash flowing assets, aka real estate, for those who are not following along, and then live off of the cash flow from the real estate. And so let me break that down one more time. Poor mindset. Make the money, spend it on the dinners, the cars, the expensive penthouse, the whatever. That's poor people shit. What rich people do is they make the money, they have financial discipline, they have patience, and they invest it into cash flowing, appreciating assets. If you don't know those words, cash flowing, appreciating assets, you're already in trouble. And those produce cash, and then they live off of that cash flow in perpetuity. That is called financial freedom. That is how you're going to stack up fuck you money.
Going into 2024, give somebody the blueprint to becoming a 9-figure entrepreneur. How can someone become wealthy going into 2024?
They have to find whatever their thing is, right? Find your thing and have a blueprint and a roadmap. There's a couple different things at risk here, is that people don't have a design for how they're going to get there. They have no fucking plan. They're playing checkers, not chess. That shit is crazy. You got to be 15 moves ahead. I know what I'm doing month over month for the next 5 years trying to crack that billionaire level. Let me give you another little golden nugget. This is where most of you guys fuck up. You guys think it happens fast and then you don't look at the long term. You need to have macro patience and micro urgency. What you guys have is micro patience and macro urgency. And what I mean by that is you need to know that this is going to take a long time. People look at my life and they don't see the 17 fucking years that happened before I was out here in Miami living this life. And so they miscalibrate on how long it's going to take. They think it's going to happen faster than it is. Every single fucking day, you give it absolutely everything that you have to give. That's how you win.
Come on, bro. We're about to run it up again. So we pulled up in the design district in Miami, Florida, and Eric Spofford, the 9-figure entrepreneur that sold a business for more than $100 million, pulled up on us, and he just gave you guys the blueprint right there. You have to become an expert and the best in the world at one thing, otherwise you're going to get slaughtered in this game of business. Shout out to Eric. Let's go get this next one, man. Throughout your career, what's been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
In a month. The best I ever done?
Best month.
$550,000.
$550,000 in a single month. Are you a business owner?
What the fuck do you think I do for a living? Of course.
How long have you been a business owner for?
Since I was 22.
And how old are you now?
47.
What's the name of your company?
I can tell you that.
You don't have to. Okay. Have you ever been broke before?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas for $100. I lost $12 million in a year, and I went to Vegas with $100. $103 actually. My brother borrowed me $2,500. You know what I did? The smartest thing you do in Vegas. I put it all in black.
Yeah.
And I won. And then I won. And then I won 3 times. Then I started working again.
For somebody stuck in that cycle of poverty, you hear this saying, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer.
That's bullshit.
For somebody,
that is such a bullshit. We are living in America, the land of opportunity. Yeah. Everybody can have 3 jobs and invest and make a deal and make something out of it. Especially right now, you kids that are so inventing everything. That's bullshit. Yeah. If you broke because you want to be fucking broke.
So how can someone escape poverty then? How can someone become a multimillionaire like yourself? Give them the blueprint.
You kids, don't go crazy with the money, because nothing ever lasts. It's like the baseball players, they all fucking broke. Why they go broke? Because their career only lasts fucking 10, 12 years. After that, what the fuck are they gonna do? Nothing. Yeah. That's why they all broke, because they don't know what to do next. My advice to kids nowadays, mature the business that you're doing, do a lot of numbers. Make sure what is it selling up there, and save your money, and keep thinking about innovating. You have to innovate all the time, especially now with the internet, with all the apps nowadays. You have to innovate all the time.
All right, you guys, my guy went from being broke to making over $500,000 in a single month. But I love how he cut me off when I asked him about the cycle of poverty. It's not a cycle. It's all a mindset. Anybody can break out of it. There's more opportunity in this country than anywhere else on the entire planet. Guy gave an amazing interview. We're going to go get this next one, man. Miami's been unreal. All right, you guys, we are at the #1 private jet airport in all of Miami, Florida. Florida, and we're here to interview Wes Watson. He said, pull up. I want to drop some game for all the entrepreneurs out there. If y'all know Wes, you know that he's one of the baddest and realest motherfuckers in the entire game. With that being said, let's go see what Wes has to say. Have you ever been broke before?
Oh man, I was in prison for 10 years. Hell yeah, I was broke. Yeah. I was eating top ramen for 10 fucking years.
Yeah. What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
$24 million this year.
$24 million
$24 million.
And what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single month?
A single month was $2.9 million.
Now, how did you go from making 7 to 8 figures? A lot of entrepreneurs will have that great idea. They don't know how to scale.
This is what I did differently than every other entrepreneur in my space. Get around motherfuckers who think it's okay to have $500,000 a month in expenses, $1 million a month in expenses. Get around motherfuckers who pay 50 G's to fly to the speaking event and come back in the same fucking day. Get around motherfuckers who do not settle. The richest people, they're not afraid to use money as a tool to grow their wealth, to grow their earned income, not only passive. A lot of people just talk about passive income. Earned income is what the top people have. We talk about Bezos, we talk about Musk. We're not saying, hey, his real estate portfolio. We're like, Amazon makes X amount a day, motherfucker.
What has been the best financial advice that you've ever received throughout your lifetime?
Brad Lee told me, the double R in the headrest stands for recurring revenue. Build it.
What is your best self-improvement advice for people trying to get their life on track? They want to become financially free and successful like yourself.
The two things in life I tell people: be the man you always needed, be the customer you want. Buy fast, don't ask a bunch of questions, don't be a headache, do your research on the forefront, and be the man you always needed. Everything that everyone dropped the ball on when you grew up, don't do that shit. And that's what my company's based on. The company's based on the fact that I'll never miss. Because everybody else talked a big game, but they weren't consistent.
Hey, they don't teach that in school, everybody. Wes, thank you so much for letting us come out. That was fucking fire, bro. So give them this right now, young 20-year-old kid, they want to get serious about becoming financially free. Give them the 60-second blueprint to becoming a multimillionaire like yourself in today's world.
I mean, everyone says, do what you love. I'm just going to say, nothing in this world is going to work for you. You got to work for it. So pick the path of the people that you see that you want to be like, and don't take no for an answer. When I was in prison, I saw Instagram. I did my first post on Instagram while in prison. I told a guy next to me on his rack, I said, I'm going to be a multimillionaire off this app, which was Instagram. I posted every day on Instagram till I got out. By the time I got out, I had 10,000 followers. I've never missed a post on Instagram or YouTube or anything since then. I saw it as the greatest marketing tool known to man. And I loved what people were putting on there. They were doing workouts. They were giving positive advice. I needed to be part of that. It made me feel so fucking good. So I chased something that I really loved and something that I needed. I sell what I need. I don't just sell anything people will buy.
And the first time I ever interviewed you, you talked about the importance of creating those habits. Show me your habits, I'll tell you your future. Break that down for people that may not understand the importance of those daily habits.
I mean, the daily habits. Show me your habits, I'll tell you your future. I gotta get up early. When I get up early, I get up at 2:45, and like I like to say, I'm first up. That means I'm first place. That's that first place mentality. That's that winning mentality. I train every day, make sure that every day I'm in the gym at least once, if not twice, 3 times a day, and then we keep the nutrition on point. But most of all, we work with others. The 2 things that I do every day is peak physical performance to get in that positive mental state, and the next thing is being the source of what you seek. I literally can't live without serving others, and that's the gift.